All right, guys. Thank you for joining me tonight. Obviously, this is the Angryprepper, so appreciate you guys being here, as always. So forgive me for messing around with the computer. So I bought a new computer, and I'm trying to get this situated. So it's it's a process going. So if I seem to zone out or focus on something else, that's me fixing this. All right. So anyway, all right, guys. So let's start with the basics. How do I look and how do I sound? It's interesting. Fix that later. Finally. Yeah, really. This one I won't have to throw through a wall for a while. All right. 5 by 5. Okay, good. I know someone said I sounded low, so that's one person out of how many people watching? 639. So thank you guys for joining me today. All right. So it sounds like everything is fine. I don't want to get too close. Again, I got to figure out this default screen. For some reason, I look pretty big on the screen. So we got a lot of things to talk about tonight. Obviously, it was a trying couple of days. So let me square something away real quick, and we'll start in a minute. So, guys, hopefully you guys saw my live stream. Sorry, I'm playing around with this camera, and it's something else I gotta buy, something new. All right, that should be it for now. All right. So anyway, so hopefully you guys saw my live stream earlier today, or the three I did. It was actually two, but one got cut off towards the end. So you saw what was going on. You saw the happiness in everyone's face. I think personally, everyone was acting like immature monkey, if you will, right? It was just insane what I was seeing down there, and after the camera went off, it was stupid. It was stupid from what we saw together, and then what I saw afterwards when the camera shut down. It was a lot. It was just a lot of stupidity. A lot of people happy for no reason. I don't think anyone's daily life is going to change that drastically, where they were celebrating. These people were celebrating like they won the lotto. Like, by Biden going into office, things are going to get, you know, better tomorrow. And it doesn't work that way, right? So this was just a lot. Now, I had a subscriber named Mark Allington, at Arlington. He might be on here tonight. He broke my nuts, and I think what happened was he was too emotional, and he just didn't hear what I had to say. Uh, Pinball, what's going on? Right? So he got on me basically because he pretty much thought I was saying that we just need to leave it be. No, what I'm saying is that not that we need to leave it be, we need to wait to watch what unfolds. Right? We can't fly off the handle, guys. We can't start breaking down, crying, complaining. We have to play this out. We have to see what comes next. There is, unbeknownst to me, or just recently, I watched a couple of videos before I went on, and they're going to start compiling. Actually, they are already compiling evidence of fraud, and Monday morning they're going to submit it to the federal courts, right? Because the amount of things that went on, the amount of fraud, the bad things that we saw and suspected, if you will, was overbearing. Now, again, the simple fact, EDC TV, man, thank you for the donation. I appreciate it. The simple fact, guys, is that uh, this was too many red flags in this election. Just way too many, right? There's too many dead people that voted. There's too many inconsistencies in voting, uh, polling numbers, if you will, right? 1 minute, one guy's leading, the next minute, the other guy's leading, but the other guy's score shoots directly up. They find a bunch of ballots that doesn't make sense, you know. So um, it was just a lot, you know, a lot of inconsistencies, and shit needs to be done. So um, we need to us need to be easy. We can't fly off the handle and cry. It doesn't work that way, right? We're going to have to be adults. Not unfortunately, fortunately, we're going to have to be adults. We're going to have to just wait and see where this goes. You know, crying and screaming and bickering and arguing is not going to get us anywhere, right? So there's a guy on here named EF. He's my personal troll, if you will. We banter a lot back and forth. The guy is, in my opinion, uneducated. But all rights off. Thank you for the donation, man. I appreciate it. He seems to think that, you know, like every other idiot outside, that Trump was bad and Biden is better. And yet, EF, I'm going to throw this at you. How does a guy who does 47 years in politics, who's not done one thing good in his entire career, is all of a sudden going to become the gentleman of gentlemen and the president of presidents in his last days? I mean, the guy looks like he's ready to die any day now, and now all of a sudden he's going to become a good dude. You people who voted for him need to knock it the fuck off, because he hasn't shown anything but racial aggression towards blacks. He's done that in the past. Yes, people can change, but that doesn't change the fact that his history far surpasses Trump's and how he treats black folks. Right? You're going off of the EF. I think my issue with you is you're easily manipulated, like any other moron. You're easily manipulated by the bullshit. All right? So you could say whatever you want to say. You are clearly, your high school, college, whatever it is, it doesn't matter. You, like everyone else, wants to listen to the media. So be it. You're not going to like what happens next if Biden actually wins. X-Men Prime. I'll agree with you on that one, man. I absolutely fuck both candidates, fuck both parties. But I voted for Trump because Biden was the bad choice. Biden did nothing for this country for 47 years. Biden has done nothing in his entire time when he was vice president. Nothing. Now he's going to be president, and all of a sudden he's going to do something, you know? And EF, he didn't win. Guys, for those of you who think he didn't win, he's a projected winner. We need to learn vocabulary. We need to go back to school to learn basic vocabulary. He's the projected winner. No one's saying he won. But yet, the monkeys of America are out in the streets throwing shit at each other and screaming and hollering they won. Projected winner does not mean win. That means he's projected to win. They're using that language for a reason, guys. They didn't say he won. They said projected. If you're having a problem with basic vocabulary, go to Barnes and Nobles and get yourself a vocabulary book, if you will. All right. Now, before I get into the rest of the night, do I think America's doomed? No. I'm not going to go that far right, guys. I don't think America's doomed. I just think we're going to have a long road ahead of us. That's for sure. Yes, that's more. And a dictionary, if you will. So, vocabulary book and a dictionary. Thank you for that. But I think the problem is now we got people on the, I guess, far right saying, he's not my president. Okay, granted, he's not your president yet. But if nothing pans out, and it gets bad, and he actually goes into office, guess what? He's your president. It's that simple. I don't know what else to, what else to say. I don't want to sound like the left, where the left was screaming for 4 years. He's not our president. I didn't pick him. Yeah. Guess what, guys? You go to another country and you end up in somebody's jail that you do not want to end up in. Guess what happens? You're going to be calling the embassy, crying for help. And then all of a sudden, these guys are going to be your president, your leader to get you out. You know, it's bad, guys. If he gets elected, if he gets sworn in, guess what? He's the president of the United States. As much as I disagree with it, he's the president of the United States. So, guys, if you are going to curse in the comments, you got to be careful, because your comments are going to be held for review, and I'm not going to be able to release that until it's over. So try your best not to curse in the comments if you want people to read it. I get people are pissed off, mad, angry, and disappointed. You can't curse on here, but I guess they're giving people cursing a hard time on here. So I'm looking at the chat, and it's hiding your chat, saying held for review. Dylan, thank you for the donation, man. I appreciate it. Thank you. Yeah, Robert, Leftwich, exactly. I refuse to act like the left. I refuse to start crying the same rhetoric they were crying for the last 4 years or 3 years and change, right? We have to be adults if this actually goes down and he becomes a president. That's the bottom line. Yeah, I ate dinner. Danny Knox, if you leave this channel, I promise you I will not cry once you're gone. All right, so Godspeed. I love when people tell me, I'm unsubscribing for you. Bye. You know where the unsubscribe button is. Hit it. Bounce, So, I had proof, saved it, but uploaded, was removed. All right, guys, so here's the problem with the election that we're going to talk about tonight. All right, so we are 12 minutes in. I'm going to try to keep it to an hour, because who the hell wants to hang out on here longer, right? So, the election problems and many issues. One of the issues was mystery ballots. Ballots popping up all over the place, right? Thank you, Eric. Ballots that just mysteriously popped up, and they actually, I didn't notice till maybe a half hour ago, that they just found proof that they were ballots that popped up. And with that, that's an issue. So that's a nice bit of proof for them to have to take it to federal court. The other thing was the increase in votes all of a sudden. How does one president, how does Trump, lead the entire night? Everyone falls asleep, wakes up, and then all of a sudden, Biden's winning. And if you look at this, if you guys look closely, guys, if you look at the states that Trump won by a lot. It wasn't close. Look at the states Biden won, the questionable states that Biden won over Trump. Look how close they were. There's a problem. There's a problem once you start entertaining that. Norman Becker, thank you for the donation, man. I appreciate it. Thanks, guys. Not letting GOP officials supervise the count was another problem that happened in a few places. So listen, guys, this is not every single voting poll. This isn't happening in every single voting poll. Let me make that clear. This happened in certain spots throughout America. TJ Preps, thank you for the donation. I appreciate that. Thank you. That was pretty good. By the way, guys, TJ Preps and I, we are going to have a live stream, I think either next week or the week after next. Sorry, it's the week after next. But we have to pick a date if we haven't already. I probably forgot. Whatever. Mountain Scout Survival, man, thank you for joining us. Guys, Mountain Scout Survival School, if you're in the New York area, Connecticut, Jersey, Pennsylvania area, visit his school for wilderness survival. Again, the guy's spot on, really good at what he does. I think he's probably one of the best survivalist instructors out there. But again, that's a good survivalist to see if you want to learn how to do wilderness survival. Eric, man, thank you for the donation. I appreciate it. Thanks, guys. All right, so now the recounts and lawsuits are going into effect, obviously. So they're doing recounts in, I think, Pennsylvania and Georgia. But lawsuits are going to go into effect Monday. Not to mention they're going to file with the federal courts about the voter fraud that they've seen in the last couple of days, right? So that's a good sign, I guess. It's a good sign that all of this came out and now they have proof they're going to move forward with this. So that's pretty good. The other problem, dead people voting, guys. So obviously, dead people have been voting in a lot of elections. If you're in Georgia, if you're in Atlanta, Georgia, then that would make sense why he doesn't have a chance. But again, it was fairly close, hence the recount. The other problem, guys, dead people voting. So according to Rudy Giuliani, Will Smith's father voted twice. I think in the last election and this election. Joe Frazier, who's been dead for 5 years, he voted twice. No, he voted once, sorry. All right, so again, how does this happen, right? And those are two known names. Those are two very big names that stand out, if you will, you know? I mean, I don't know Will Smith's father's name, but I know that if they caught that, it stood out. Joe Frazier, if I'm not mistaken, the boxer, the guy just died, or not just died 5 years ago, and they found out that he voted. Elizabeth Hill, thank you for the donation. That's pretty interesting, right? And of course, there are other cases of dead people voting. So now they got to go through those votes and pull out all the dead people, if that makes any sense. Hopefully, it doesn't sound weird. So here's there's something I learned again a half hour ago. There are two programs that were used to calculate votes that Biden would need to win. Here's the issue I'm having. If they use these two programs to calculate the votes Biden needed, and those votes popped up in the exact number or a little over or a little under, there goes your evidence of voter fraud. Now the two programs one's called Hammer and the other one's called Scorecard. Now you guys could look this up, you could Google it yourself. You're gonna see these two apps pop up. Now the internet talks about it as a rumor mill, but these two apps were used in conjunction with an algorithm to help predict how many votes Biden needed to win. Kevin Grip, thank you for the donation, man. I appreciate it. So the algorithm also changed the votes by 3% in Biden's favor for the pre-election ballots digitally, right? So while the pre-election ballots were being counted, this program was used, and it gave Biden a 3% lead out of the gates. Carol, thank you for the donation. I appreciate it. Thanks, guys. So that's future, guys. And again, I got this from the law, or one of the lawyers on Trump's team, ready to file for to the federal court Monday morning, right? Monday afternoon, whenever it happens. So that's pretty huge, guys. That is huge in itself. Yes, EF, the problem with it is there were Republicans and Democrat poll watchers, but not all the polling places had watchers from both parties there. Not preferably, but a lot of them didn't have Republican poll watchers there. They locked them out or didn't have them there at all. That's a problem, right? Again, and thank you, CS Prepper, right? You Googled it, you see it. So that's a problem, guys. And again, I'm just reporting what I heard. I am by no means a reporter. I'm just the idiot YouTuber who's passing on the information he gets from legitimate sources, if you will. Though I get it, today's age, you really can't trust any one source because everyone lies, right? Luna, algorithms, yes, definitely will, especially when you can manipulate them to do whatever you want with them. That's a problem. So now, here's a bigger, not issue, but something to make sense. Maybe something to bring it home. Not one Republican incumbent lost the re-election. The Democrats lost 8 seats, and currently leading 10 seats are going to be lost to Republicans. So now, again, how does every other Republican politician going for a re-election win, but then Trump loses with these smidgen numbers that he lost? And some of the places he lost in, if you look at it in theory, he shouldn't have lost if those Republicans were able to get in. So obviously they sent ballots just for the presidential voting, because if they did it to the, let's say, the other politicians, the senators, the House, if they would have did it to them, that would have been absolute right out in the open fraud. But if you do it with the president, you have it in one location where you can try to hide it, but not quite. So, like I said before, guys, projected winner is not a winner. Projected winner just means that person's on deck or in line to win and can possibly win. He's not the winner. So everybody out here dancing, yelling, screaming, you're dancing to a possible winner. Which, I mean, listen, I wish they could turn it around by Monday and be like, oh, Trump won, just to see the sadness and the despair on their faces. But we're going to be adults, and we're going to have to wait this out till probably about December and see what happens. And that's the best we can do right now, is wait till December and see what happens. Other than that, we go about our daily lives. We don't dwell on this, right? We just keep going. That's what you do. You keep moving. Again, guys, EF is, I mean, listen, he's not really a troll. He's just one of my favorite ball breakers. That's all. I mean, he doesn't get too crazy. He does name calling behind the scenes, but he's not. I don't know him from a hole in the wall. I just know that he's not like a true troll, like some of the trolls we have on here with like really outrageous comments and things like that. He's just a lost little dude that needs help. That's all it is. But I don't want to throw him on the bus. So anyway, guys, the states that are being investigated or looked at closer are Georgia, North Carolina, Pennsylvania, Arizona, Wisconsin, and Michigan. Those are the states they're looking at over again. There was a problem. Hey Maverick, how you doing? My son's on here again. But that's where we are at, guys. We're at that crossroads, if you will. Trying to focus this camera, and it just got worse. All right, whatever. All right, hopefully it stays that way now. Looks a little clear. I need a better camera, because this thing is moves in and out when it wants. All right, that's it. It'll be that for the duration until I can do better with that. Thank you, guys. Anyway, I'm going to edit this portion out. So, here's another problem we're going to talk about. All right, we're at the 24-minute. Oh, by the way, in 5 minutes, I got to do one of my, or two of my commercials, if you will, for Nutrient Survival and my Patriot food. So, sorry I have to put you guys through that bullshit, but, it is what it is. So, anyway, guys, by the way, why are you the Angryprepper? Wanda Drew, I'm the Angryprepper. I've answered this question 1,000 times, but I'm the Angryprepper because it was the easier name to go with. It rolls off the tongue a lot easier than any other names I was entertaining. Hey Harley, how you doing? My daughter's on here now. So, and my wife is on here. She's one of the moderators. So, the whole family's here. And they're in the next room, by the way. So they're not far away. They're just next door. But here's a problem I'm starting to see. Um, Somebody brought it up. I hope it doesn't come true. They were talking about this giving, this win, giving Democrats the right to go completely ape shit like they did today, but with bodily harm, right? So now, if they don't like a Trump supporter, they're gonna start attacking Trump supporters in droves, right? And that's a problem. Uh, Power Vape Supply, thank you for the donation. I appreciate it. Thank you. And there was somebody else who dropped. Carl Miller, thank you for the donation, man. I appreciate it. Right? And so they're talking about them, I guess feeling empowered through this and attacking. Now, listen, I hope that's not true. It's good to think that way so that your head's on a swivel. But I hope it's not, I hope it doesn't come to that. So that's another problem I'm seeing. Guys, I mean, listen, this is. I said this in one of my videos. I didn't think Trump was going to win because come hell or high water, the Democrats were going to do what they needed to do to get him out. So that's pretty. That's why I'm not surprised. I am disappointed though. Cyberbullet, thank you for the donation. I appreciate it. Like I said, I am disappointed like everyone else, but guess what? It is what it is, right? We have to wait and see where this goes, and then hopefully the legal team steps in and starts kicking ass. That's all we can hope for, right? I know people, I told you guys this before, I am not a fan of Trump. I did vote for him, right? But I voted for him for certain reasons, like I said earlier, and that's why I'm disappointed. Now, this dark winter, some people mentioned it before. Guys, unfortunately, all we can do about that right now is get ready. Because if that code means anything, and I'm not saying it does, but if it means something, then we're just going to have to get super prepared. That's all. Again, guys, it's it is what it is. It's turning into. This election turned into something it shouldn't have turned into. Now, here's my other fear. I'm more nervous about this. If Trump winds up winning, if this goes to federal court, and federal court goes, holy shit, there was a lot of fraud here. We got to take X amount of votes away from Biden in this state, that state, and this state. Trump wins. If Trump wins, what do you think is going to happen around America? Right? So now America, guys, are split down the middle. Thank you, Sean, for the donation. Split, right down the middle, right? There's a little bit of wiggle room on both sides, but it was right down the middle. This country was split. So that means half the country is going to burst into flames if this gets turned over, right? If this election process gets turned over and Trump winds up winning, we're going to be in a shitty place, especially those of us who live in cities, right? We're going to be in a shitty place because people are going to burn the city to the ground. For those of you asking about dark winter, do me a favor and just Google it. That's all I'm going to say. Because I heard about this when I was a kid, and now I'm 43 years old, and it popped up again. And to me, that was a bit of a red flag. So do yourself a favor and Google it if you can. All right, guys. So do me a favor. Hit the thumbs up or the thumbs down, whatever makes you happy, or, you get your jollies off. You hit the thumbs up. You hit the thumbs down. It's all the same to me. Just do something. That's all I ask. Especially thumbs down, guys. 17 of you. I'm a little disappointed. I'm halfway through and I'm only at 17. I thought I would have been at 20. Pretty sure I'm going to get it now. But, guys, the world's going to go on. We're going to move. We're going to get past this. This is not over. America's not doomed. It takes a lot to doom America, right? Carl, I'll give you that. Maybe if I was out of this city, I wouldn't be so angry. You're probably right. You're probably right. It's Prepper now. Is Simple Jack here? Man, that would be cool. If I'm not mistaken, Simple Jack is Prepper Now's troll. So if he's in here, maybe I can have some fun and break his nuts. After I'm done talking, that is. And guys, here's the other thing too, right? So Isaac, not Isaac, sorry. Who just said that? John T. McGill. It's my opinion, right? Everything I talk about is my opinion, unless I'm reporting something I read, right? So it's just all opinionated, guys. The Jerk, thank you for the donation. Mary, sorry, thank you for the donation. Nobody else but Liv, thank you for the donation, guys. I appreciate it. Right? So it's just my opinion when it comes to certain things, like I talk about politics or who should have won or why. That's my opinion, right? You should not be getting upset over people's opinion. Because that's what it is, guys. It's opinion. Now, you have some preppers on YouTube that tell you otherwise. You have some preppers on YouTube that will say this is law, or you should do it like me, watch me. You might have that. You know, not might, you have that. You have that with some, and you guys know who they are. I don't want to throw them under the bus, but, you know, they're out there, right? And I just like to, I give you my opinion. I'm never going to say follow me, do what I say. I'm just going to give advice and opinion. That's it. I am not here to be a Gestapo, right? Hitler, Stalin. And there's some YouTubers that are like that. There's some YouTubers out there that in the prepper community I'm talking about, and some of you guys know what I'm talking about. They're so bad that if one person speaks out against them, the rest of their YouTube community comes down on this person and gives them hell. So that's a bit of an issue, right? And my subscribers will banter with me. Again, the guy I got into a word earlier, Mark, he made a couple good points, and he made a couple good points. That was all I'm going to say. And he doesn't agree with me all the time. You're not supposed to agree with me all the time. Even EF, that pain in the ass, he doesn't have to agree with me all the time. That's good. It's good to have followers that do that. Wolf Mule, thank you for the super chat, man. Thanks a lot. Right? So you have to have people that are going to disagree with you guys. You cannot have a room full of people that follow you, because that's called a cult. I don't like cults. So, nobody likes cults. All right, guys. So, first commercial. Nutrient Survival. Nutrient Survival is freeze-dried foods, guys. Colleen, thank you for the donation. Freeze-dried foods is something I think we're definitely going to need now approaching the new year. Being that we don't know what the hell's going to happen now, or what's going to happen in the new year. And I think people should definitely start buying it. Now, with Nutrient Survival, you get a 10% off when you click my link, which will be in the description section below, guys. It's not on here. I can't put it on here until the video's over, right? I can't do anything about it now. If you use the code Angryprepper, you get $10 off your first number 10 can, right? So keep that in mind when you're looking at freeze-dried foods. Considered Nutrient Survival. I had it a couple weeks ago, sorry, at the emergency preparedness retreat I did, and guess what? It was pretty cool. So now, guys, here's the other thing. This commercial, these companies want me to read these commercials to you. I'll get you the commercial that my Patriot Food Supply wants you to read. It's pretty ridiculous. They're telling you, well, the end's coming, guys. Now we got a new president. We don't know what's going to happen. You're going to have to make sure your family's safe. So to keep them safe and fed, buy Nutrient Survival or My Patriot Food Supplies. Pretty ridiculous, those commercials. I'm just telling you what tastes good and what you should buy. That's it. It's entirely up to you. So after the video, you can actually, hold on. Let's see if I can stick it in here now. Let's see if this works, or if my computer's going to implode. Oh, I got it. I was able to stick it in there. Very good. So if you guys see my comment, I put the link in there, and there goes the $10 discount code for the number 10 can, right? And guys, listen, if you can't afford it, if you cannot afford these free strike foods, keep buying canned goods, guys. Keep canning your own stuff. I'm gonna say that till I'm blue in the face, because you can't. Not everyone can afford everything, so you're going to have to do what you can to make sure your family's fed, and then make sure your family is fed. You're going to have to go the cheaper route or the expensive route. It is entirely up to your finances. Right, guys? Cindy, thank you for the donation. I appreciate it. Stell, thank you for the donation. I appreciate that too. Thank you, guys. All right, guys. So, listen. I just thought about something too. This has been a while since it's just been us. Like every interview or every live stream I've done, I've had a guest. And this week, I'm going to have two guests: Financial Prepper and me being cheap. Those two will be on this coming week. So stay tuned to that. Other than that, I'm going to make some announcements now. Prepper Now has a YouTube channel. You guys should head over to his channel, like and subscribe to that. North Shore Preparedness, he's actually live right now. He's not on here. Usually he is. He's live right now. You can head over to his channel and like and subscribe to that. Then there's Prepping Outside the Box and TJ Preps. Those two YouTube channels are really good. Head over to them, like and subscribe as well. And Patriot Prepper, he's not on here, but he's another one. He's a small channel. I like the kid. Head over to his channel as well, like and subscribe. Arbad, thank you for the donation, man. I appreciate it. Arbad, listen, we will get past this. This is not, this is, yes, a disappointing day. I agree. But nonetheless, we will get past it. This is not suicide time, guys. I hope no one's thinking about leaving the country and all this other crazy shit. It is what it is. We went through this shit with Obama, and America's still here, right? All right. Enough of the shitty commercials. Let's move on. It's Kerry Vigos. It's not Project Hammer. It's a Hammer program. I think you got to Google Hammer program election, and you'll get a few articles, but they'll steer you into what it is. And I just found out about it today. I was completely surprised. Darren, thank you for the donation, man. I appreciate it. So I heard Joe Biden speaking, and listen, guys, whatever he's saying, it's political shit, right? We got to unite the country. We got to bring it together. We got to make sure America is going to be great again under my watch. All right, man, whatever. Listen, you got to say that shit. But, I'm not impressed with him at all. So we got to wait and see. Ryan B. win. You guys didn't win yet, so do yourself a favor. Don't get too happy. Hey, guys, that's the other thing, too. So my wife is on here, right? And she doesn't play. So she'll drop the hammer on you guys, like in a heartbeat. So, yes. And Prepper Nurse 1, we're having an interview November 16th at 9 o'clock. So Prepper Nurse 1 will be on here. And I'm going to interview Urban Prepper, probably in the coming weeks as well. Because it was fun being on his channel and being interviewed by him. All right, Soft, man. See you later, man. Thank you for stopping by tonight. All right, so here's the next issue, guys. Not a bigger issue, but it's just another issue. The conservatives and Republican wash. Apparently, every Republican, or not every, but a lot of Republicans and a lot of conservatives are getting their shit deleted, destroyed, kicked off, whatever it is. All right, and that's a bit of a problem. Guys, I will answer questions in a little bit, so do me a favor and hang in there. Any questions you have, please ask later. Tony Elbows, Magic Prepper 2. Right, guys, Magic Prepper and Prepper Nation. Those are the two other channels you should head over to as well. I hung out with them on election night. It was a fun night. That was pretty good. And Alaskan Ballistic. It's another guy. We hung out on Magic Prepper's live stream. That was a pretty fun night, man. It was cool hanging out late. And I was showing my age because I was ready to go to sleep early. All right. So anyway, guys, freedom of speech is being attacked. It's under attack. It's been attacked for a while. But Mike Glover of American Contingency and Fieldcraft Survival had his store, his online store, deleted out of the blue. Now, if you go to Instagram, you type in Mike A. Glover, right? Or just type in Mike Glover, because I'm not sure what his middle initial is. Type in Mike Glover. He just posted a video probably about 5 hours ago talking about how his store was deleted because he was labeled right-leaning. And with that, they deleted his entire store. Not put his store online, put his store offline, not hide it. They deleted his store. Gone. So that's a problem. Now, when I'm watching this, obviously I'm annoyed. I'm like, so here's this dude, special forces guy, does his time out in the field, comes back home, wants to do the right thing, wants to start American contingency so he could train people to be self-reliant, and they destroyed his business by closing his store down. Now, in his video, he says he's going to adapt. Great. That's what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to adapt. You're supposed to move forward, right? Yes, Mark Mondragon. Yes, the special forces dude. And again, they destroyed. They did not destroy him, but they set him back a little bit, right? So now you have a bunch of black conservatives now, right? Now we're talking about black conservatives who are also getting demonetized. Their Facebook pages are getting deleted. Their YouTube channels are getting demonetized. Their Instagram accounts are getting deleted. This is now a full-on attack because Biden is winning. Now they're figuring we can do what we want. Now remember when I said that they were fearing that maybe Democrats are going to grow balls and start punching Trump supporters in the face and stuff like that? And I said, well, hope that doesn't happen. They are now affecting people's businesses, their livelihood. Not I don't know the guy from a hole in the wall other than what I see in the videos. In a lot of the videos, he's calm, cool, and collected. But you saw that look in his eyes, and I was like, he looked like he was ready to snap the fucking camera into. I'd be pissed too, right? So the other conservatives that we're going to talk about are the Hodge twins, right? They started out as comedians, but then they became black conservatives. They're on Instagram and Facebook, or I think they're off of Facebook, but they're still on Instagram, and they're on YouTube. Those two guys are funny as hell. Guys, listen, I'm saying the cursing is fine, but YouTube is going to delete you or put you in holding. That's why I don't want you guys to curse. I can care less, but YouTube are being overtime pricks about cursing. This just started recently, so I'm just telling you guys to be easy. And I told you, and my wife is going to drop the hammer on you, so be easy with it. This guy, thank you for the donation, man. I appreciate it. Thanks. Right, again, guys, so the Hodge twins, right, they're awesome dudes. I love their shit. I like what they have to say. They talk the truth, and they are getting screwed with monetarily. So these liberals, and they are liberals, are attacking people's finances, and that's utter bullshit. Because now they're going to force you to break. They're going to force you to be like, fuck it, throw your hands up and leave. These guys are not going to do that, right? There's another chick that I follow, but I can never remember her name. All I know is I think she's Australian. I think her name is Stephanie or something like that. And she has an YouTube channel and a Instagram, and she's been shut down repeatedly for the same thing. No potty mouth, what a shit show. And to the moderators, I mean, if people are cursing because they're cursing, do me a favor, if you can, unlock the comments. And if you can't, fuck it. It is what it is. Thank you, Sydney Watson. Right, so Sydney Watson, she's another one that's been getting screwed with. So, guys, it's a war on Americans, or patriots, if you will. Right, these are people who are standing up for American way of life, and they're attacking it. I am on Parler. I have to, I guess, square it away a little more, be more constant with it, right? Because Parler is like really political, but and I don't mind that, and I'm political also prepping, so I'm trying to figure out how I can do that. BitChute, guys, I am starting. That's what I wanted to announce on here. I am starting a BitChute account. BitChute search engine sucks balls. So I have to get my link and put it in the description section below later, so that you guys could find me easier. But I am going to start uploading the BitChute probably tomorrow or Monday. I'm going to start just uploading videos in no kind of order. I don't know what to start with, so I'm going to try to start with the videos that I have on YouTube on there. So pretty much all of them. Gear review videos, whatever it is, I'm putting it on there, just because BitChute's going to be my backup. So here's another one, guys. Joe Rogan. All right, so now Joe Rogan is pretty in the middle. Joe Rogan is like, he's like this. He's not left, he's not right. He's straight down the middle, independent, if you will, right? And Joe Rogan had an incident where he's gone with Spotify, right? So he signed an agreement with Spotify to host all his shows on there moving forward. The Spotify nerds, those suckling pieces of shits that hide in their basements all day, these people had the audacity to say they want full creative rights to Joe Rogan's account to edit his podcast as they please. Keep in mind, this is not the higher ups. These are the stupid little nerd workers, right, at the low level, are demanding this because they don't like some of his podcasts. Keep in mind, all of his controversial podcasts, they did not bring over to Spotify because it was too controversial, right? So now, whatever he brought over that's left, they want full rights to, because they don't like what he says, they want to delete it, edit it, cut it out, bleep it, whatever it is. This is bad. So, guys, this is just going to get really shitty. I mean, and this is going to get shitty for all of us who want to hear truth, who wants to hear other people's opinions. This is where we're going. Now, and some of you who watched my live stream earlier, I got into an argument with an idiot who was not factual, right? And this is the problem we're having. We're going to be arguing with people who don't like facts, who just want to work off of feelings. This is bullshit. There's a way we can change it. There's a way we have to change it. Jim, thank you for the donation, man. I appreciate it. We have to change it. We have to do something. We have to fight harder, whatever it is. Ocean C, if I can get a hold of Ice Age Farmer, I'll do an interview with him. I don't know much about him. I hear his name all the time. I don't know much about him, but let's see. Listen, guys, the free speech is under attack, and there's not much there's a lot we can do about it, but we got to go hard at it. Hard. Not pandering, not fucking protesting. We got to go fucking balls to the wall hard, with this shit, because it's only going to get worse if we don't stop it. I don't want to beat anybody just yet, but it might be going down that road if they keep with the censoring shit. Because the only thing that pisses people off more is censoring the truth, and then letting them censor the truth, but then having assholes like the kid I was arguing with speak his lies. That's the problem. Tim Tom, thank you for the donation, man. I appreciate it. Thanks a lot. Right, so D Chawani, whatever your name is, I'm sorry. Does BitChute delete videos? Again, I need another platform to go on as backup. That's all. Right. So, guys, Candace Owens, Howling Frog, thank you for the donation. Thanks a lot. Howling Frog, Howling Frog, thank you for the donation. Candace Owens, sorry. Candace Owens is another one, guys, who's being attacked all the time. All the time. They shut down one of her GoFundMes because of who she is. That's bad. Again, censoring people because they don't like it. It's these little stupid liberal basement dwelling, lavender spraying punks that are censoring people because they don't like their views. I don't know how many times, we've grown up, us in our 40s have grown up, didn't like somebody's views. Guess what we didn't do when we didn't like them? We either A, stopped listening, or B, you went back at them with a debate, but you didn't start meddling in their income, and that's a bad thing. guys, as far as meddling goes and income, this vaccine that's coming, I think they're going to meddle in our income sooner or later, guys. I think we're going to see something we don't like headed this way. Cindy, thank you for the donation. I appreciate it. All right, so, okay, guys, so I see a lot of you guys joining me on Parler. I need some advice with Parler. I need help with Parler, actually. I need to know what I should post, what I shouldn't post. Should I keep it as a prepping site that entertains what I'm doing now, or should it just be political? And that's what I was going to just do it all across the board. Prepper Princess is on here, guys. How you doing, ma'am? And I know you hate that, so that slipped out. But thank you for joining us tonight. Ben Affleck, nice one. You should probably have, if you have an upstairs and a downstairs, I would say have 2 fire extinguishers. You should definitely have one in the kitchen, and then you should have one in the house somewhere. So I would say 2. If you have a second floor, 3. That might be overkill, but guess what, guys? It's better to have a lot than have none, right? George, thank you for the donation, man. I appreciate it. Thanks a lot. You know, so, guys, when I was arguing with that kid, it just dawned on me when I was surrounded by the idiots who were praising Biden that we're in trouble. We're in pure trouble because if people are going to believe their own bullshit, what else is there left? Are we going to fight everyone that lies? And we might have to. We might have to, right? Because this kid he didn't want it. That was for sure. I thought he was going to want to fight, but he didn't. You know, but he was just being a prick. He just made up lie after lie after lie, and he was live streaming it like it was fucking right. And it wasn't. It was wrong. And whoever he has his following, whoever's following him, is going to believe that bullshit. You know, so I don't know, man. You know, I don't know what else to do. Other than we're going to have to fight. So, guys, do me a favor. If you can find Mike Glover on Instagram, follow him there. Follow Fieldcraft Survival. That's another Instagram page. Follow American Contingency. Frank, thank you for the donation. Right? Keep supporting these guys. And if you have to, I know it's more work than we want to do, but fuck it at this point. Check in with your favorite YouTuber. And like and subscribe back to them if you have to, guys. Subscribe to them if you have to. Check in constantly to make sure you're not unsubscribed. Go on Instagram, follow your favorite preppers, your favorite political analyst, your favorite survival guy, whoever the hell it is, guys. Follow them. Another thing I wanted to discuss, something I'm starting to do with YouTubers I'm subscribed to, following their old videos. So I go back to their old videos and I watch it, right? Watching their old videos, guys, boosts their viewership, right? It boosts the viewership on all their old videos. And try to go to the videos that have like low scores, if you will. That just helps them out overall. Again, right, Michael, right, he put a YouTube video 6 hours ago. Susie Q, is that the video where he talks about his video being deleted? Guys, also Prepper Princess, head over to her channel, by the way. That's a good channel. She's very common sense and to the point. Right? All right, sorry, I'm trying to read something and I don't get it quite yet. New World Order. Yeah, listen, guys, a lot of people keep saying New World Order. New World Order's been implemented a long time ago. It's just maybe, you know, if we're going to go down that road, and I really don't want to go down the road, if you're following New World Order, then you're seeing it unravel. That's all I'm going to say. I'm not going to get into that discussion here because that's conspiracy theorist stuff, though some of it is unfolding. I'd rather not talk about it here right now. All right, guys, so now I'm going to do my next commercial, and that'll be it, and then I'm going to open it up to questions. All right, so here goes my next commercial. My Patriot Food Supply, guys. It's good food. It's great freeze-dried food. Yada 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 yada. Okay, forget that. I tested their food out as well as at the emergency preparedness retreat. We did two tastings. We did cream rice and we did Alfredo noodles or something like that, right? So we did the taste testing with the creamy Alfredo rice, sorry, and the Alfredo noodles. Both of them were great, but they were even better when we put crushed rosemary in the Alfredo noodles package, right? And then the taste went up. So the guys didn't really like it at first when they were tasting it. Then I added the rosemary in it, and they thought it was great. So obviously, guys, with these freeze-dried foods, especially My Patriot food supplies, My Patriot food supply, you got to season it up, right? They give you the bare flavors, and then you got to flavor it up, right? As my wife would say, flavor that shit up, and then it's to your liking, right? Then you can add meat to it if you want, but I would cook the meat first and then put it in there, right? Whatever it is, you can dress it up how you want. I know that when you go on their website and you're looking at the food being advertised, it's just that food in the bowl, right? Mac and cheese, or white rice or whatever it is, just in the bowl. You can add whatever you want to add to it, right? You can add adobo to it. You can add salt and pepper. You can add thyme, sage, whatever you guys want to add, right? Turmeric, whatever, however you want to say it, right? You can always add to what you want and make it taste how you want, guys. That's the great thing about freeze-dried food. It's not just a straightforward eating, it's dressing it up too. And I don't ever hear anybody talking about that, right? So anyway, My Patriot Food Supply, I'm going to put the link up now. You do get a break on it when you go on the website, if I'm not mistaken. It's like a 20% break. They are going to have a sale later this month, I think. So keep in tune with that. All right, so that's the link to My Patriot Food Supplies. That link takes you directly to my my store with them, if you will. Right, so hopefully you guys just tool around on it. You don't have to buy anything. You could just look at it too, just to give it an idea of what you might want when you want to buy it. Again, guys, if you cannot afford it, don't worry about it. Go to the supermarket and buy canned goods, guys. Except spam. I'm going on a anti-spam campaign starting moving forward. So, Andrew Julian, Prepping for Life. Guys, that's another channel you should head over to and view. His channel is good. Again, I like his channel. Me and him are going to do a live stream in the next few weeks. We got to lock down a date. TJ Prepper and I, we got to lock down a date. And then you're going to see more interviews. I'm going to try to do more one-on-one live streams as well, if I have the time. I'd rather entertain YouTube channels than myself. That makes sense. Also, if the shit happens to get crazy in the next couple of days, which it shouldn't, but if it does, I will be out there live streaming it as well. I'm going to try to behave myself. I will try to behave myself, but it's so hard when you're dealing with idiots. That's, I think, my problem. When you deal with morons, it's hard to accept that, those lies, those idiots, whatever they're saying. It's just hard. All right, guys. So now we're going to open it up to questions. So whatever you want to do, whatever question you want to ask, please ask away. Anti-spam campaign. Now, don't get me wrong, guys. Obviously, if I'm starving, I'm going to eat spam, but I just don't like spam. I don't like the way spam is. Spam looks. We had spam at work. It looked like crap, guys. I was like, what the hell? But anyway, spam. Ugh. Van Cult. That's got to be disgusting. Bugs. Yes, I'm gonna do an online meetup. I keep forgetting that tomorrow I'm gonna ask the question, who wants to meet up where, and then we'll pick a spot and we'll meet there. Whatever it takes. How did he get so muscular? I'm not that muscular. I'm just a big dude with some muscles on my body. That's, Um, so yeah, I'm not muscular. Listen, I wish I was like Arnold Schwarzenegger or something like that. That'd be great. Yes, guys, if you're gonna ask a question, ask the question in all caps, please, so that it stands out. There's a lot of spam lovers on here, but there's also a lot of spam haters. So maybe we can make this a 50-50 thing. Maybe I can put this on, what you call it. Erica, I did argue with the idiot. And here's the problem, right? So after I finished arguing with the idiot, I looked back at the cops. One cop was like, giving me the salute. Another cop was giving me the nod, like, thank you. But another cop was looking at me, shaking his head, and I go, I shouldn't have wasted my time with him. He goes, yeah. He's like, yeah, you shouldn't have. I was like, yeah, I know. I felt stupid arguing with an idiot. That was the problem, guys. I think I was more frustrated with arguing with this kid who was a complete moron. The guy was a fucking buffoon. And I'm arguing with him, and I felt my intelligence level, which is not that high, but I felt my intelligence level dropping even further. Harley, I'll show you what spam is. You're not going to like it. Matter of fact, we should have a spam Friday and see how that goes. Yeah, I like Chinese food. Chinese food is great. Depends on where you can. It's canned pork. Well, whatever. All caps, guys. Just remember all caps. And here's the other thing, too. On my screen, it does shoot by, so forgive me if I missed your question. Data Trooper. No, I don't think we can. I don't think there's anything we can do with people who don't like truth. I mean, listen. I told the guy where to look up those stats. And he was like, you think I'm going to go and check those stats? That's a lie, too. I'm like, well, where the fuck are you going to get your information from if you think everything's a lie? I said, then go Google it. Google, that's not researching. The guy was an idiot. I mean, listen, I was praying to the Almighty that he was going to fight and swung because I was going to destroy him. That's how annoyed I was getting with him. Matt, man, thank you for the donation. I appreciate it. Thank you. Whatever it takes. Did I enjoy being on Doomsday Prepper? No, not really. It was a good experience. I'm not gonna lie. It was a good experience being on Doomsday Prepper, but I didn't like it. I mean, they did right by me. Kurt, thank you for the donation. But they made other preppers look like assholes, and I was out on that shit. I was out on making everyone look stupid. For what? Right? I mean, just because it bought ratings and advertisements, it made us look like assholes, man. My special corner. If Patriot Nurse would ever get back to me, I would absolutely contact her. But because she's so busy and she gets 1,000,001 emails, I'm never going to get through to her. So, or I'm going to have to try. Sorry, I'm going to have to try different avenues to get to her. Yeah, exactly, Data Trooper. He said 6 months of research. I mean, what research? If he was coming up with a research on how to develop a vaccine, maybe, but not, whatever. The guy was an idiot, guys. I mean, the guy looked like a burnt fucking French fry to begin with, so fuck him. Zigzag. I do not buy cryptocurrency. I don't believe in cryptocurrency. I bought into it before. Don't get me wrong, but researching cryptocurrency, I don't believe in making something that doesn't exist. How do you make money out of thin air and then call it money, and this is what it's worth? That sounds like bullshit to me. I could fucking pull a tissue paper out of the bathroom right now, write fucking $2 on it. It's $2. No. Billy, moving from New York, you're gonna have to ask my wife that question, because trying to get her to leave the city is like trying to, get I don't know, a bear out of a fucking river that's fishing for salmon. She loves the city. So, and yes, Angie, I'm throwing you under the bus. So, Chris Alexander, thank you for the donation. But you got to ask her that question, not me. We discussed it. We're looking. I mean, seriously, we're looking to get out of here since the city's crumbling. But you know, um, that's more as far as the timeline goes. I don't know that yet. I would say in a year. She's saying 5 more years, so that's what it is. Maybe sooner. Maybe we can get at least out of the neighborhood. At the very least, we can get out of here. I'm sorry if I mispronounced your name, Snovit. Civil war is coming. I don't know. Um, I I don't. If this election does not work out the way it's supposed to work out, there could be pockets of fighting, but and maybe yes, a civil war to that extent where there's pockets of fight. I hope not. I don't think people are ready for that. I don't think people are ready for what civil war brings, if you ask me. Wolf Mule, I think we should be prepping for it all. I don't think we should be letting our guards down right now. Uh, Jory, Nicholas, thank you for the donation, man. I don't think we should be letting our guards down. I think we should be prepping for it all. We should be prepping for the curveballs, whatever that might be. There's going to be more civil unrest because something else is going to happen, and the idiot Biden supporters are going to find a reason to protest and burn shit. We should be getting prepared for that. As far as all the other conspiracy theories, things that I'm hearing, I don't think we should entertain that in the back of our head, but we shouldn't. That shouldn't be the thing in the forefront. We shouldn't be getting ready for that. Edward, Prepper Nurse One. I'm going to be interviewing Prepper Nurse One November 16th at 9 o'clock. Dodge, I didn't. Doug, sorry, Doug. I didn't hear anything about truckers going on strike. If anybody has any info on that, can you please email me at angryprepper@gmail.com. Thank you. New Zealand. Chris, thank you for the donation, man. I appreciate it. Is that, yes, from New Zealand, right? Thank you for that, man. I appreciate it. I appreciate you guys from all over the world, one, donating, two, watching, right? I think that is pretty cool that a guy from New Zealand is watching me. That is pretty impressive. AQ, thank you for the donation, man. I appreciate it. Haley Swinger, do I work on an engine or a truck company? The men work in the truck company. Now that's a fireman joke, so only firemen are going to get that. Do you prep for nuclear fallout? S. Bruce, yes. We have certain things in play for nuclear war. Should we survive it? The other side of that coin is getting the hell out of here because this is a big target. But yeah, we have preps for that. My wife said that's where we'll move, New Zealand. Listen, guys, I'll move anywhere at this point. Even PA. Yes, PA. You know what? PA would be on the table if I can convince the wife to move there. If I can convince her to move there, we're spot on. We can get out of this shit show. But the other side of that coin, guys, is I do like the city. The city does have a lot to offer. I'm not moving to Canada. Canada's out. Sorry. Never moving to Canada. Not as long as you got that shitbag president there. Tudor is pretty bad, man. Timmy Rooney, I have taken self-defense in the past. I recently took up boxing, and then the gym's closed down, so now I'm out. Right, I'm out on that. James Osborne, I don't think I'll be interviewing Bear Independent. Bear Independent backed out on an interview a week ago, and I just don't think he's interested in doing a live stream, and that's fine. It is what it is, right? So I'm not going to make it nice and be like, oh, why didn't you, and give you some mumbo jumbo excuse. I personally think he's just not into who I am, what I stand for, and that's fine. That's fine. We all cannot get along, guys. That's a problem. De Niro, 24. Thank you for the donation. I would go with the SUV. The SUV would provide cover, though a pickup truck with a cover on the back, a cap, if that they call it, a cap on the back, can also provide cover, and you can load it up as well, right? So there's that. But I like the SUV because it's a little more compact and a little faster. Though it depends on the pickup truck you get. You can also get a fast pickup truck. So to answer to your question, after all of that, I think I would go with the both. if that makes any sense. I would try to go with both. Like I said, I do like SUVs, but I do love pickup trucks. They can be Billy badasses. They do tow a lot of weight, so you know. Somebody, Colleen, I agree with you, and I've seen that. I've seen that in the past, and a lot of people brought that to my attention. Like I said, I'm not his cup of tea, so that's that. Ian, EMP, yay or nay? In the next 5 years, I would say nay. Don't know after that. I think China is definitely going to make a move on Taiwan. And if Biden's in office when that happens, because I think that's when it will happen, Biden's not going to do anything about it, right? And if Biden succumbs to a stroke or some shit because he's 1,000 years old, Kamala Harris is not going to do anything about it, right? I think our foreign relations policy is going to fall apart once those two get in the office. But that's what I think. It's not factual. So what I think and what's done are two different things. Uptech Extreme. Someone emailed me an online ham radio licensing course. I'm going to take it. I'm going to take it because why not? All right. I don't want to take it, but I'm going to have to. Pissed off Patriot YouTube truckers strike 2020. All right. Like I said, if you guys get any reading information on the trucker strike, please email me at angryprepper@gmail.com. Yeah, Gene, you're right. You're absolutely right. But you can sleep in a pickup truck too. You situate it right, you can have a nice little sleeping quarters inside, especially if you get the 4-door cab. You know, that's what I mean. Like a pickup truck is a nice addition there. But I would love to get a pickup truck, but I can't park it here. I gotta be practical with the vehicles. Isaac, yes, they are a Japanese katana set in the background. They are fake. There's one behind me there, right over my right shoulder. That's the sword from Last Samurai with Tom Cruise, or replica sword. That sword is super sharp versus the ones on the wall. Right, so. Hell, that's disgusting. Sorry, it's a Van Colt said Rosa uses spam to exfoliate. That's pretty disgusting. Yeah, Randy, right. So COVID cases are on the rise, but the death rate is really low, which is really good. So I can't see another shutdown if it stands like that, right? Hey, Jason, I overlooked it. Someone just asked a question. Billy the cab driver, you're right. Bicycles are a pretty good bug out vehicle, especially, you're right, ones with the motors on them. That's going to get you out of Dodge fast, guys. You can even use one of those unicycles if you know how to balance yourself. One of the unicycles I looked at goes up to like 40 miles an hour. 40 miles an hour on a unicycle, and you can cut through whatever you want, and if you have to, you can carry it when you need. I think those are pretty cool, and bicycles are pretty cool because you can carry them too. Hydrogen generators, Lewis, I know nothing about those. I'm not even going to pretend I know anything about it. But if anybody has any reading information on that, can you please send it to me at angryprepper@gmail.com. Brian, I am on Parler. I'm asking for advice on what to do with Parler. Isaac, I am doing more Prepper movie critiques. I did one on blindness. That's a weird one. That's a curveball. And I was going to release the one on, well, I have to do one on Black Summer. Or I have to do it over again, sorry, on Black Summer, because that was the next one. So I have to do one on Black Summer, and I'm releasing Blindness probably later this week as a Prepper movie critique. They're mad because they aren't you. I guess, Greg. I mean, listen, the amount of hate that's been coming at I guess preppers now, and me included, but preppers in general, it's insane. It's just, I don't get it. I mean, I get that you want to sit home on your computer and hate away. I get it, because that's what cowards do, and I get that we are turning into a nation of cowards, or people are turning into a nation of cowards, because all they want to do is sit online and break people's balls. Now, there's breaking balls, like my personal troll, who's not really a troll, EF does. He breaks my balls. But I know who he is, and we've had conversations about different things. All ball breaking, but nonetheless. A lot of the other people hide behind the computer, and they mask their IP address, and they try to become this elusive character online, and break balls and start hating him for what? Because it makes them feel better. So if it makes you feel better, by all means, be the prick that you want to be behind the computer. Because you're not going to say that shit to my face. I know that much. Sadiq, Bushwick is a very good movie, and I am going to do a movie review on that. That is an absolutely good movie. I was a little surprised too. Wanda, no, my coworkers don't prep. They break my nuts about prepping. I don't. Maybe like job wide, there's a couple of guys that do prep, yes, but guys I work with in my firehouse, no, absolutely not. Benny, I carry a knife. I always carry a knife. I carry the Cold Steel Recon 1. That's my knife of choice. I actually have 3 of those. And I guess I wasn't supposed to say that out loud, but yes, I have 3 of them. Cellulose, if that's your name, you should absolutely carry a bug out bag in your truck. You should have something in your car at all times. Definitely keep a bug out bag in your truck, especially if you're always on the road. If you're always home, then you should have a bug out bag in your home. You're always on the road, you should have a bug out bag in your home. You should have a bug out bag in your truck, right? So that, or get home bag, whatever you want to call it, should be in your truck. Prep, purge, and what the fuck? Yes, I've seen the show Jericho. Very good show. I wish they would have given us, what was it? They gave us 2 seasons, right? I wish they would have given us a 3rd season, or the season after the first one, whichever it was. Oh, okay, maybe right. Maybe the no cursing tonight's because the kids are on. But again, guys, the kids, I curse all the time, so um, just don't have anything stupid on here. That's all, you know. I mean, I'm pretty sure you can get away with saying fuck, shit, piss. Just don't, don't have anything insanely bad on here. Can I have a knife, please? Black sheep. No. Matter of fact, Black Sheep, email me. I could find you something because I got a lot of shit I don't want. So just email me when you can. Uh, in the bus, what happens if a guy has a gun? Listen, it all depends on the scenario. I mean, as of right now, the guy has a gun and he's standing a good distance away from me. Whatever I have, I'm giving to him, right? I'm not John Wick. I'm not going to disarm him. But if he's standing close enough to me to disarm him, I will. Right? It's about the advantages you have when you're faced with a gun. If you can't disarm the guy, don't. If you can disarm him because you know how to, go for it. Right? But if you have no business disarming somebody, don't disarm them. Let it be. Ian, I do not have a deep freezer in my apartment because I can't find a deep freezer. I guess I waited too long, whatever it was. I know you heard me months ago talking about getting a deep freezer. I can't find one to save my life. So that's out right now. Obviously, I mean, the wife wouldn't be happy when I got one, but, a deep freezer is going to be needed if America unravels and shit gets bad. So, let's see, where are we at? Wow, almost an hour and 20. Someone said, Doctor, good question, Dr. Prepper. What was the question, if you can ask that again? Oh, what is your biggest prepping challenge right now? Thank you, Dr. Prepper. My biggest prepping challenge right now is space. I have no space in this apartment, and it does not help that I keep adding junk to the apartment. I do have a storage unit where I put my excess preps and stuff in the apartment. But space is our biggest problem right here. And probably finding fresh drinking water. Now, I can find water to drink. I wouldn't call it fresh, right? There's standpipes, there's hydrants, there's your toilet, there's the boiler downstairs. There's water there, but you got to filter all of that water out and then boil it. I can distill water from the ocean, the river, but that's a long process, and the river's a few blocks away. So that's a lot of work. That's our big problem: space and water. Food wouldn't be a problem here. Um, there's a lot of alternative things you can eat here in the city, provided the pigeons actually stay around. I have enough canned goods to survive here for a long time. If I have to bug out, hopefully I can bug out to a location where there'll still be food around, where I can capture it. But again, I'm not a hunter. I'm learning how to hunt. I want to learn how to trap. But our biggest challenges here are water and space. Salvador, I don't have a Berkey. I've wanted one of those, but I haven't come across one to buy one anyway. What can we do to help first responders? Brian Kelly, what can you do to help first responders? Well, it all depends on the situation, right? If you have some kind of medical skills, first aid, you can help them that way. If something happens, you can observe what you saw and observe exactly what you saw. So when first responders show up, you can report that back to them, if that helps. Try not to get in the mix, right? Don't get into a fight if you don't have to. Don't try to be a hero if you don't have the chance to do so. Running into a burning building, guys, yet we watch it on TV from time to time, people running in. You have to be self-aware of the situation and the situation that's happening in front of you. Don't go in there and become another patient, because then you're not helping us. So try to observe what's going on if you can. Isaac, I do have a Foot Locker actually. Foot Locker was given to me by one of my buddies who was in the military. I have one in the storage unit. There you go. Blue. Sorry, man. Blue Pac-Man. I don't have a meat bag for my bug out bag. I'm guessing I should have one of those, right? I've heard someone mention that to me before. So I'm only guessing that I should get one, being that you said it too. Is that your name, Deliciosos? I already interviewed Canadian Prepper. If you go back on my videos, you'll see it there. No, Sonia, I don't think it's going to get bad in Staten Island. Not at all. Listen, people are celebrating here. I don't expect them to do anything stupid, if you will. I don't think it's going to get out of control. You know, listen, they're pick one. There's nothing for them to protest about. There really isn't, right? What I'm a little fearful of now, thinking about it, now that you brought up that comment, if the next person who gets shot unjustly, you know, he gets shot, what is Biden or Kamala Harris going to do, right? How are they going to respond to it? Are they going to drop their hammer on that police location? They're not going to back them up. I mean, there's so many avenues of this. It could go, you know, it can get bad. Muja, angryprepper@gmail.com. Thank you. Have you ever listened to my BZ Bizza Rizza Jizza? What is your channel? If you can let me know what your channel is, I'll watch it. You know? Yeah, guys, listen, I don't think anything's going to erupt. I can't listen. At this point I really don't know. But I don't think anything's going to erupt. I just, you know, I think that now that they got their pick, everything's gonna be calm for a while. But what we discussed earlier about the election, the frauds, the lawsuits, the federal courts, if that changes anything, then it'll get bad. Absolutely. Nurse Prepper Dave. I have not interviewed City Prepping. He's a hard man to get a hold of. But I would like to. I would like to interview him, but he's a hard guy to get a hold of. Do they loot for any other? They're not looting here. There's no looting here in the city. There's just, you know, people drinking and getting drunk over the Biden pick. But that's it. That's all that's going on right now. I don't see anything bad happening. Um, yeah, I don't see anything bad going on. So, also, guys, next starting what is this? Starting January, what I'm going to start doing is I'm giving you guys a heads up. In January, we're going to start donating super chats from different episodes. So, an example, come January 5th, for example, I do a live stream with anyone. We're going to donate to whatever cause for that live stream. So if that live stream makes $200, $200 goes. On the second month, depends on the, not depends, but whatever, what you call it, we pick, we're going to continue to do the same thing. We're going to do the same thing. Each live stream, I'm going to announce at the beginning, this live stream super chats are going to go to X, Y, and Z, cancer, Alzheimer's, feed the hungry, whatever it is. And we're going to start doing that moving forward, right? So we're going to start donating. And once we donate, I'm going to show you guys the donations, obviously, so that there's no discrepancy. Prepper Nation and Alaskan Prepper, they both mention that. And I'm like, that's a good fucking idea. So why not, right? So starting January, whenever it is, first live stream in January, we're going to start donating to different organizations, right? And I'm going to ask for suggestions for which organizations. The first organization is going to be the Fire Department Burn Center, or the Firefighter Burn Center. That's going to be the first donation starting January. Actually, you know what? Fuck it. What's today? November 7th. We're going to start that this month. I don't know why I was thinking next month. We got time. So next live stream, we're going to start donating to Firefighter Burn Center moving forward, right? So why not? It's not going to be not every live stream. It's going to be live streams throughout the month, right? So certain live streams, all money go to a charity. Next live streams goes for this channel and back and forth to see if we can keep that up. I just hope that, I just hope that it works out, that we get enough people to donate. Because, for example, guys, a lot of these organizations, and that's the other thing, sorry, we got to research the organizations too. So if I mention an organization ahead of time, I'm going to try to research it, but I would like people to research it as well and email me what you think of that organization, right? Because I know that there's been a couple organizations that had some fraudulent things go on, but that's what it's going to be. And also, guys, if preppers need help on here, we're going to donate to them as well, right? Because that's what we're supposed to do. We're supposed to watch each other's back. Someone asks me if I'm religious. No. Do I believe in God? Yes. Do I go to church? No. I don't have time. I'm sorry to say, I don't like falling asleep in church, because that's exactly what happens whenever I go. So I don't go to church. Yes, Tommy Yen, the FDNY Burn Center. Thank you. All right. So that's the first place we're donating to. And I actually have direct contact with the guy who runs it, so I can just hand him the money. There won't be any video of that, but I'm going to hand him the money, and I'll let you guys know the date and when. But anything else, disabled vets, Christopher, obviously, yes, disabled vets are definitely going to be one, right? Hungry Kids, that's going to be one. I don't think that's an actual one, but, Hungry Kid Organization, that's going to be one. We're going to start with American organizations first. And after we ran through most of them here, or all of them here, then we'll branch out. But we're going to take care of home first before we start looking elsewhere. I don't want to hear, UNICEF and any of that shit. No. We're going to start here first. Jack B, I did start a BitChute. You got to type in The Angryprepper if you can find it. If you can't find it, I will put a link in the description section below. Later, that is. I think I snore. Someone said I do. I don't know. I can't hear myself snoring, right? But I'm pretty sure my wife can tell you if I snore or not. But I don't think so. At least I don't know. I don't know. You have to ask her that or the kids. But I don't snort. Won't pop properly. Okay. All right. So guys, that is the plan moving forward. As far as donating goes, I just want to try something different. I think I'm going to try to start doing that with the Patreon as well. The Patreon, we're going to do contests and we're going to do donations, right? So we're going to probably do half and half. We'll do half contest, meaning people are going to win prizes on the Patreon, and then we're going to donate. If the donations work there, then we'll just donate from Patreon. If not, we'll donate from YouTube, right? Or we'll go back and forth, whatever it is. Also, guys, talking about donations, I know a lot of people are funny with this, but blood donations. Whatever your local blood bank is, you guys should be donating blood. Now, every time I go give blood, these people look like they are happy to see the first person that walks through that door to donate blood. That's bad, because that means enough people are not donating. And we are in pressing times right now. We should be giving blood if we can. I know that it's a bit of a pain in the ass. Some places you go, it's out of control. But we should definitely start donating blood. YouTube's going to destroy. Black Sheepdog probably will, man. Why not, man? Why not donate to the conservative channels that are getting destroyed? You know, I mean, yeah, they make money, but you know they can always use the financial help. You know. Elizabeth, thank you for that. I think she's off the air right now. She knows when to tap out. She's like, all right, I'm done, and she's off. Marissa, top 5 predictions for 2021. I think another lockdown in 2021. I think COVID's going to get a boost from somewhere, and it's going to have another lockdown. I think we're going to see a financial crushing blow next year. With that, as far as presidency go, I don't know. I'm just going to wait and see. I think they're going to force vaccination, but I don't think that will be next year. I think that'll be in a year or two. As far as forced vaccination goes, I'm out on that shit. So I might be working from home, as in doing YouTube videos, because I do not see myself doing forced vaccinations. I'm out on that shit. I think it's going to be a shit show next year. If Trump wins, there's definitely going to be more rioting, more looting. The dark winter thing that I keep hearing, I don't know if that's going to be a thing. I don't know if communication is going to get cut off. I don't know if we're going to go dark. I keep hearing that, so I don't know. But I do know that we're definitely going to be in for a ride. Mujah, you're right. Blood donation is free AIDS test. Nice going, man. Yes, you get an AIDS test with your blood donation. If your blood is bad, they throw it away. Van Cult, FBI. I've heard from the Trump lawyers that FBI is going to start investigating these fraudulent claims to see if they're founded or not. All right, so. Rebel Rose, I don't think there's going to be an EMP, not next year anyway. But listen, that's on the table. Everything's on the table at this point, guys. Benny, I don't have a generator. I do not have a generator just yet. Tony, man, see you later. I don't have a generator quite yet. I was looking to get a solar generator. I'm hoping to get one. I'm going to assume next year when they become available. Because, again, I was too slow on that. Crypto, favorite football team? I don't have any anymore. I don't watch football. I don't have a team anymore because I don't watch that shit. So, fuck football. Right, that's where it is. Southern Bell Teaching, thank you for joining me. Yeah, I'm still alive. But I'm only, I've been on an hour and a half. All right, so at some point, I'm going to have to come off, which is very soon. Brian, how do you handle medical situations in a protest? The first step to handling a medical situation in a protest is put your bullshit aside, right? So if you see a Biden supporter bleeding out their ass, You go and help them. Sybil, good night. All right, you go and help them. That's pretty much it, right? You got to put everything that your differences aside, and you go and help. Depending on what's going on too, is going to dictate whether or not you're going to Teresa. See you later. Whether or not you're going to get involved, right? So if there's a shooting involved, you got to make sure the shooter is gone. If the shooter's gone, then you have to tackle it from there on, right? But while you're focused on the down victim, you got to keep your head on the swivel as well. So you got to do two things. You got to focus on the patient, and you got to look around to make sure the shooter doesn't come back. If it's something like a broken bone or someone sprained their ankle, you treat it right then and there. Obviously, if they sprained their ankle, they did it because they fell. But it's that's how I would treat it, if that makes any sense. In a riot situation, it's pretty bad because you have to, again, keep your head on the swivel, right? You can't just be all in on this one guy. Tracy, thank you. I didn't know Prepper Nation on the live stream, or else I wouldn't have done this. That's my fault for doing a live stream. Had I known he was on live, I wouldn't have done my live stream tonight. So I do apologize for that. And someone made a comment about tinfoil hats. Here's the comment about tinfoil hats. I think it was, or whoever made it. Hold on. Let's see if I can find him. Joe Ruiz. Hopefully I'm not screwing your name up. Here's the problem with tinfoil hats, guys. Preppers were tinfoil hat wearers. And then we talked about pandemics happening, and then COVID happened, right? Then we talked about civil unrest, and then that happens. Right? Now, people talked about Area 51. You're crazy, that place doesn't exist. What does the government do? The government just admits that Area 51 was real. So, as far as tinfoil hats go, do you listen to every single conspiracy theory? No. Do you take some of them and put them in the back of your head? Yes. And that's all you do. You don't act on them. I mean, people are legitimately getting prepared for a zombie apocalypse. You know that the chance of a zombie apocalypse is? It's like this, right? But something you put in the back of your head. But I'm not preparing for it. But if something happens, I'll be like, yo, oh shit, that actually happened. And then you adjust to it. That's all. Very good, Peter. Nice comeback. Oh, Joe, I know, but a couple people made the comments before. Not tonight, but they made that comment before. I was just selling straight. It's no attack on you. Not at all. But, all right, guys. On Southern Bell Teacher, I'll talk about that later as far as the generator goes. I never got back to her, that's all. She asked me for my address, which she's yelling at me now via the donation. Thank you, Prepper Princess. She asked me my address. I never sent it to her. That was my fault. I just got too busy. It wasn't that she didn't send it. I didn't send my address in. So I do apologize for that. All right, guys. So listen, it's hour and 38 minutes in. Again, guys, thank you for joining me tonight. I'm at 40 thumbs down. I thought it would have been a little higher, but the night is young. I'm not staying on that much longer. I'm coming off now. I'm going to say good night. Thank you for joining me, guys. Thank you for the questions. Thank you for the donations. Thank you to my moderators, my kids for being on here and watching and supporting like they always do. They're good kids. They're a pain in the ass, but they're good kids. But other than that, guys, good night.